Hello everyone, and thank you for tuning into the North Main Minute. I'm Joshua Doby. A big item on our radar screen, especially when it comes to folks in Congress or the whole legislative process, has to do with a whole basket of tax laws which are scheduled to sunset at this point at the end of this calendar year 2025. Now, I'm not going to get into all the details here because there are literally dozens of different tax provisions that are scheduled to sunset. Really, I just want it to be on your radar screen, as it's on our radar screen, that there could be some significant adjustments to tax law here as we make our way through 2025. Again, don't know what those are going to be yet because Congress has already indicated that they're going to be addressing some of those sunsetting provisions. Some things they may make permanent, some things they may adjust, others they may allow to sunset. And that's going to shift planning for everything from ordinary income taxes to estate tax and taxes on estate distributions. So there could be a lot of adjustment this year. It's definitely high on my radar screen, but wanted just to share that with you, and a couple of things to keep in mind as you're keeping it on your radar screen. One, do not make planning adjustments based upon what you think may happen. There's going to be a tremendous amount of negotiation as we're going into this process. A lot of proverbial horse trading, if you will. And some things that may be a lock-in may not end up making it to the finish line, as there is negotiation between the two parties in Congress and literally between particular members of Congress on what may or may not get included. Also with regards to the amount that it does get adjusted. Maybe some things are adjusted a lot, maybe some things are adjusted a little, maybe some things are adjusted not at all. So you want to make sure, do not make planning adjustments based upon what you think may happen or because one party or another happens to be in the majority in Congress right now. Doesn't mean that all of these things are going to move in a particular direction. Second big thing to keep in mind when we're talking about tax law adjustments, when you're looking at it from a long-term planning standpoint, I know this can be confusing at times, but you want to be conservative in your expectations. Very rarely when you look at our tax history are there huge movements. Usually the tweaks are done in small increments or they're phased in over time. And that's why when you have expectations, perhaps in a positive way, about how taxes may be reduced or how about you may be paying a tax on a certain kind of transaction and you're hoping, maybe even anticipating that won't be true anymore, very, very rarely is that the case. So expect more of small tweaks and adjustments than wholesale eliminations. Even though that sometimes can happen, it's much more of a rare occurrence. Third big thing to happen, and this really goes to after there has been a completion of the negotiation process and we understand what those things are. Make sure you understand what the parameters are for the choices that are made, meaning for the decisions that are made by Congress. Just like these ones, these tax laws were adjusted back in 2017. In order to get them approved by Congress, or get them through Congress at that time, there was agreement that they would sunset at the end of 2025 or 8 years later. That's how they were able to get approved by Congress. I'm saying that to say that even though there may be adjustments that happen as a result of this negotiation process, not everything is permanent. So you want to make, again, planning decisions with an expectation. Are there certain things that are going to sunset? Are there things that are going to be adjusted each year? As I mentioned, sometimes these things are phased in over time. You want to make sure to make prudent planning decisions with that expectation of time frame involved. If you'd like to reach out to us at North Main Financial Group, talk about some of the things that are out there, certainly not making any big changes at this time, but to be ready whenever those changes or adjustments which may be made and you integrate them into your financial plan, we'd love to chat with you, northmainfinancial.com.